just want to say we need to live with personal revelation, because I think that's it. It's not just revelation, it's personal. And if we're borrowing truth from everyone else, we've covered that already, I think we're going to end up in serious trouble. Too many voices, the unseen enemies, everyone trying to tell us we're distracted, keeping the church going. And those are good things, but that's not what God wants us to do right now. I'm convinced it's to stick to that. And even your thing of how do people come back, and we do need partners, all of us. Everybody in a local church, God puts together in partnership together for the kingdom. They're together having a role to play. Same for us in NCMI. God wants to give us partners in the gospel, not for the branding of NCMI or the name, but for the gospel partnership to get this gospel to the uttermost parts of the earth, as well as to help us strengthen and encourage local churches and seeing them functioning in all that God has. And so I say this carefully, probably going to lose people saying this, but parasites are not what is needed now. It's partners. And what I mean by that is people who are going to bring something and say, how can we serve together, rather than what do I get if I come and be part of? Same in your local church. Parasites, I think, if you're running after the people in the church right now who don't want to be part of anything, they just want you to be, it's going to kill the life God's given you, And that's why we've got to be careful not to categorize people, say you're a parasite. No, but just looking for partnerships. And the actual parasite, what that means, or what the dictionary says about a parasite, it's an organism that grows, that feeds and shelters on or in a different organism while contributing nothing to the survival of its host. And I think it speaks for itself. May I never be a parasite. I'm not saying bring your stuff so we can have stuff. I'm saying let's look for partners, and let's be partners rather than parasites. Otherwise, I think we're going to suck the life of God out of what we've been called to, and honestly be far less effective than what we can be. But when everyone comes together to say how we bring who we are, what we are, not for a region, not for a team, not for a nation, not even for the nations, for the King and for His kingdom. I think honestly, then some of these unseen enemies will become far more effective. We'll see them and realize actually that's not a path we're called to walk down. And so I just, again, there's a whole lot more, but just focus on what God's called us to. I really want to encourage you, pastors and leaders, be strong in God right now. Don't lose your way. Don't get caught up in the moment where we lose who we are. Don't become fake. Don't become what everyone else is becoming. Be who God's called you to be. Lead with conviction. If you've lost conviction, go back to God and ask Him to give you conviction on one or two things. And then why don't we run with those things? But this is a season for the church to be strengthened. And I think we are being strengthened globally. And I think we're going to come out of this way more stronger. But even in it now, God's doing things. And this gospel is not limited to our lockdown, shutdown. And we've got to lead well and govern well in this time and season. So, man, appreciate the opportunity, Mark. Thanks for hosting us. And,
I know that I've benefited from this conversation and discussion. So what a great opportunity to kind of throw it out there to include others in our conversation.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Take care. Stay safe. God bless you.